Hey there, happy Saturday. It's me, Victor here, Curiosity Trader. Hopefully you're having a great month of December. Starting off, I'm just going to go over some things in the overall markets. Again, all these are really for educational only. Don't take anything as advice already. But again, if this is your first video of you watching me, we're just going to go over the basics, okay? The stock chart in front of you, SMX, pretty much sums up what I do, okay? And if you don't see the pattern on this particular stock, then you need to study. And what it comes down to is work. That's what it comes down to in this business. Is, again, I always say this, there's 95% of people that fail in this. It's probably even more than that. What separates those who excel is hard work, okay? Being average does not cut it. You have to be obsessed, all right? SMX was a 5-star chart, and I pretty much traded it really well. Again, this is a black swan. I did not think this was going to go to the high of 400, almost 500 bucks. But we talk about this on the channel all the time, okay? It's making a flag pattern. You have to be able to recognize the setup before it happens. And this is what it comes down to, is tracking these trades or tracking setups in some sort of, whether it be mechanical or anything really, but have a database. This is what I mean right here. You have to be able to identify the setup the day before. And I did. I watched it, I stalked it, and the next day opening ranges. Okay, you have to be able to identify the setup. And on the channel, we always talk about this in every video lesson. If I can get my thing here, give me 1 second. We talk about these ranges, the fact that it's rejecting, okay? And the number one fact, how it based. You know, we had a down day from the previous massive day, and the fact that it based was the sign of strength. Therefore, I mean, it based for 2 days, rather. It based for 2 days, wanting to break out, but did not. That is a sign of strength. The stock is trying to tell you something, all right? And that's pretty much what we got on Friday. Thursday, we had, again, always set price alerts on any stock. Always do that. And pretty much was a great trade. I did not hold this the entire way to 500. If so, I'll be a millionaire. But I'm not. You make mistakes along the way. And this is just one specific pattern that I do over and over again. And the way to find out who you are as a trader, you have to put in the work. I know I sound like a broken record. I say that in every video lesson. You have to put in the work. And it's the weekend right now. You know, most people are out there. Again, I'm not saying you have to be a monk, but you have to be obsessed in some way, okay? I called this, okay? I saw this before it happened. And that's how you know you had a pretty good spot. And sometimes a trade's not going to work out for you. Like for instance, I took a trade on Friday that pretty much was my exact same setup, but it did not work out. And again, that's fine. Get used to losing. This is what I call a nice liquidity trap. I was aiming for that nice range break. You know, you have that first initial move off the lows. Then the second day it was pretty much holding up, and I pretty much got long before it broke out at 150. Got long at 130, and it's somewhat stuffed, and it's gonna happen sometimes. That's the art of trading. Stop trying to be right. Get used to getting stopped out. As I mentioned, the best traders in the world don't have a high win rate, so just focus on you, okay? But the main thing in this video lesson is to find out who you are as a trader. And I left a pinned tweet here. This is going to be on my Twitter forever. The art of trading is a lifelong pursuit. Most often don't reach their true potential due to lack of survival. Upon discovering your trading methodology, it's a skill for life. Obsession with singular focus is essential. It has to be your calling. Now, again, there's going to be people who outcompete you. There is. But you have to put in the work, okay? And these are setups here. The ones I'm about to go over are setups. SNDK. Like, you want to find a stock that, number one, has made a big move in the past. Look how linear this is. again, people want to know what stocks, the ones that institutions are buying. This is the one, that volume. It's linearity. It's not random. Every time this dips, it's getting bought up. Look at this. It held the 50-day. It reclaimed 10 to 20. Now it's setting up this nice flag. And 5-star flag. Opening range highs over 230 is going to be the target price. Again, if you don't see the setup, then you need to put in work. Okay? Bottom, bottom. The ideal entry would have been out of this range break there, but again, most of these moves offer secondary entries. The best ones kind of go. You have to kind of chase them in a way. MU, same thing. Look left. Linearity. Okay? At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is price and volume. That's really all. Okay? And this is setting up quite well again. Look how it's making these ranges. Look how it's surfing the 10 and 20 over 240. That is the goal. And if not, so what? Again, the best, you have to be okay with doing nothing. Okay? Good trading should be boring. Good trading should be boring. I'm also watching these metal theme plays, minerals, lithium, UMAY. I'm watching. Another one I'm watching is CRML. I'm watching. I like this one better. It's a Friesen Supernova. And look at it. It's pretty much basing and reclaim the 10 and 20, and it's having a nice range break after months of, not months, but about a month of consolidation. The ideal entry would have been over 850, but look how we're holding up these levels right here. That's why I'm watching it. More sideways the better. If not, range is over 1050. But we'll see on that one. But these mineral plays, often theme plays, are going to offer secondary moves. I've seen it time and time again, is most of these metal plays, any theme play, offer secondary moves. Naked is another one. Recent runner. Look how it's flagging. Look how it's coming out of this range. Over 215. If not, USAR, same type of deal. Pretty much coming out of this range after months of, a downtrend. But the best stocks often need to pull back to have another leg up. But we'll see. I like how it's basing and held a 10, 20 day. Over $18. If not, oh well. But LAC as well is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Look how it's holding. Look how it's basing these ranges here. Over 550 on that one. But in UAI as well, AI theme is hot. But there's a lot here. I'm not going to go over all of them. Just going to go over some things I want to get off my mind, okay? Most people try to get rich too quick doing this. And you have to think of this in the long-term outlook of things. The market's not going to go nowhere. And I've been seeing this constant trend on Twitter, where everyone's saying, are we entering a bear market? And my question is, my answer is, it shouldn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's really you versus you. I miss this COVID era. I wish I traded it. I was there, but I didn't trade it. We're never going to see nothing like it again, because during this time, it was easy mode. Easy mode. Then, of course, you have the consolidation phase of about a year or two. Then the same deal, market moves in cycles. And who knows? I think things are becoming a lot different now with algos, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's you versus you. It's your edge. And you have to understand that edges over time go away. And whenever you have a market where those setups are not valid, I always say on the channel, you want to trade ideally whenever the moving averages are rising upwards rather than rising downwards. You don't want to be, again, that's not saying setups are not there. No, this is whenever the moving average is on the decline, you're going to have a low odds. But whenever they're surfing and rising, that's when the best time to push it, But I always often say this, I kind of wish we would pull back. I don't wish for a depression or a panic. But when the most of the big money is made after these new lows, okay? And up here, just playing, there's setups. But most of the big opportunity happens after stocks pull back, like DE, for instance. This was a massive runner. You know that when in July, energy has been a hot theme lately. And look how it's, again, the best stocks will always make moves. You don't have to try to find them. Stop trying to find setups, okay? If you try to find a setup, it's often not a good setup. The good setup should come to you effortlessly. Again, linearity, okay? And look how it's basing here. It's basing extremely well on these moving averages. I missed it over 110. That would have been the ideal entry. But again, it's basing really well. That's not to say this is not going to be a buy over 120. Let it do its thing, okay? Let it do its thing. But even all of these plays, PLTR was one. That was a great one. That's setting up really well. Energy EOS is one I'm watching as well, of course. Same thing. Massive breakout on this daily that didn't really do as well as I thought. It had a nice day 2 gap, but I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to go up much higher. But it's basing really well. It's one they'll keep on radar for sure. But the point is that whenever the markets are pretty much like right now, we're in this little, I would call it like I'm not bullish, bearish, or bullish. I always get told. I don't know. And in a sense, I don't really care. I'm a trader. I'm gonna adapt to anything that comes to me, and that's how you should be too. Stop trying to predict the market. You're fighting a game that's pretty much not the game is rigged against you to begin with. But I don't know. This is a weird one, but just focus on stocks. That's all I can tell you. You know, like this is a list right here of all the stocks I'm watching. Does not mean I'm going to trade them. I'm just watching them, and we can go over them if you want. And let's just go one by one here. I'll go SMX. I already talked about. MU is the ETF to MU. Same play, just doesn't move that much. SNDK is a quantum play. Quant play, already mentioned, basing really well. Nice downward pattern here. This is setting up really nicely. Over 230. If not, it happens. Who cares? MU, same thing, over 240. Nice pattern, linearity. And as I go through these stocks, I want you to understand something. The best indicator of future momentum is past. That is all. Okay? UAMI, recent supernova, metal theme. I'm watching it. This is not my favorite out of the theme plays just because it's not, whereas the other ones were above the moving averages, this is hitting it and declining it. So it's not my strongest one I'm watching. F-Cell was one I was on radar, but I didn't take the trade. This is an energy play. Fuel cells. Has gone in the past, but it's a nice range break. NUVB, different one. Lemonade is one I'm watching. It's insurance theme play. I'm only watching this because number one, it's a high short play. A lot of people short this stock, so I'm only watching it for that one scenario. Over $80, but as you can see, again, channel, it's been rejecting off these ranges every time. So eventually, if it does break with conviction, then yeah. But if not, then oh well. And here's another thing. When I go over these setups, okay, in my mind, I have already an idea. If that price alert hits, I take the trade. The rest is just odds. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't care. Okay? Again, get used to losing. INTC, holding really well. Then positive earnings outlook. And I love how it based off these moving averages with a nice range break. As you can see, I did not buy it there. That's what I would bought. But now we're holding up really well. The ADR is really low, below 5%. I don't really like trading stocks below 5% because you can make money, but I have a small account. So I'm watching it though. I didn't like how it rejected off this pretty much pivot point, but it's okay. I'm watching on that one. KSS, I'm watching, setting up really nicely. Recent earnings winner. ADR is 6%, but look at the chart pattern here. This is his textbook. If it does not work out, then so be it. But I'm watching it ranges over this pivot level of 23, 24. But if not. ASTS is a recent one. Aerospace has been hot as well. A recent runner of the past. 5-star setup. I missed the initial entry at $60, but I'm watching it here. I'm stalking it. I don't really want to chase this up here. Ideally, pull back somewhat more sideways than a range break. If not, then oh well. AMDL is ETF. CRML, I already talked about it already. Ideally, more continuation over 1050. All these theme plays are going to be on watch. The light, now the path is one I did get long. This is a 5-star setup. EP, gap up. This is, I believe, what theme is this? AI theme with earnings. So positive outlook, has news, has a legs, has a story. And always pay attention to the chart. Always look at the volume. All right, the volume trumps all. And yeah, the long-term chart is not ideal, but it's neglected. The volume was there, therefore I took the trade. And I'm watching it here. I sold my initial long. I don't know why, like a bitch. Shouldn't have. Again, half-star rules. I'm still learning. But over $19. I don't really want to chase this up higher. The initial entry point was at the gap up, opening ranges using low day stop. You don't want to buy it here because no, that's horrible. That's not saying it can go higher. It's just that's not the pattern. That's not the setup I'm trying to show you. Okay, you don't want to buy it the next day because look what happened the next day. You don't want to buy it there. You want to buy it just right. So I'm watching it. Ideally, pull back some sort. And if not, it could fade. It happens. BE, I already went over. NVTS is a semiconductor name I'm watching. I love how it's basing right here. Recent runner of the past. Over 980.10. We'll see what happens. Let's see real quick. APLD was a nice continuation when I'm watching. That's really all. I don't want to keep you this long. USCR I already mentioned, but it's just a lot more. But I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to waste my time. But what I'm watching quantum play for next week is this QCLS. Martin Shkreli reported, I guess he bought some of this, so I'm watching it. If you don't know who that is, he was a pumper of the past. He did insider trading of the past, so I'm watching it. This is a highly neglected stock, highly neglected. Therefore, I'm watching it. Over $8, and we'll see what happens. Okay. But again, I want you to understand something. That whenever I say these type of things out loud, it's just. It may sound confusing to you. If it doesn't, then good. But if it does, then you need to study. Okay? But yeah, just focus. Again, in every video you hear from me, it should sound repetitive. And that's how you know you need to stop watching my channel. You made it. Okay? But just 3 things: a system, risk management, and psychology. But you don't really need psychology if you have a system. You really don't. I think psychology stems from a lack of trading system. That's my mind. But yeah, that's all. Hopefully you have a great trading week, and I'll see you next time.